csmod.com is your one-stop shop for tickets to all live Smodco shows. October 10th has Fat Man on Batman Live with the Comic Book Men at Caroline's in New York. And speaking of the Comic Book Men, Mike, Ming, Kevin, Walt, and Brian invade New York Comic-Con on October 11th. Super Groovy Cartoon Movie stops in Massachusetts on October 18th. HBO plays to a sold-out crowd in Philly on November 1st, but tickets are still available for Babylon Comic-Con Theater later that evening. Catch a live Smod Pod. New dates, cities, and venues are being added all the time, so bookmark csmod.com.
Seiji, what are you doing? What are you doing with that cup? Are you begging for money?
Yeah.
Don't you know there's an easier way to raise money? It's called GoFundMe.com/Highlands Elementary. You and Aunt Susie are trying to raise money for your school, right?
No.
You're not? What are you trying to raise money for? Are you going to buy snacks with this money?
Yeah.
You're going to spend all that money on snacks?
No, ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
You're going to spend $3,000 on ice cream?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's too much ice cream. Even Fat Dada can't eat that much ice cream. Okay, so what Aunt Susie's trying to do, CG, is raise money for your school so that you guys have paper and pencils and crayons and rulers and all that basic stuff the state used to take care of. Is Obama looking out for you?
No.
Well, if Obama's not going to look out for you, then the Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners have to. So if they go to GoFundMe.com/Highlands Elementary, so far we have $1,775. Am I boring you?
Tara.
Ooh, you're tired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because we're doing this at 7:30 in the morning. Anyway, so if you go there, there's all kinds of rewards, such as 25 minutes of unheard Tell 'em Steve Dave footage, a coloring page from you, a never heard before commercial, and sneak peek of what's coming up. You can get Tell 'em Steve Dave early if you want. Can you imagine?
No.
You can't imagine it. It's too awesome. So, GoFundMe.com/Highlands Elementary.
Nice to you.
You're nice to me?
Yeah.
You love me?
Yeah.
I love you too. Do you love the Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Because these little jerks are going to come up with some money for you, right?
I did bad work.
Jerk's a bad word?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. All right, how about this? The nice Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners are going to come up with some money for you. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, let's clap for them. Let's give them a round of applause. Yay, Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners. Yeah. GoFundMe.com/Highlands Elementary. We're 2/3 of the way there. Come on now. Get those wallets out. Seiji, put down that cup.
You're doing everything possible to just shit on yourself again and become that fucking big, fat, dopey frat guy, man.
Yeah, idiot.
Why fat? It just seemed unnecessary.
I said frat, didn't I? Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. I'm here with Impractical Joker, Brian Quinn.
Hello.
Comic Book Man, Walt Flanagan.
Hello.
And, somebody else in the wings. Stacey Patella. She's here. Always pleasant to look at. Q.
Yo.
Get ready to say, oh, Walt, you want to say something? Oh, that's
Jumping
sure.
right in?
Clear my throat.
I wish I was a younger man because I think I would get in on this fun.
Okay.
You're aware that we're in the middle of a government shutdown, right?
It's vaguely aware, yes.
Yeah. Which means that, we talked last week about national parks get closed, and somebody who actually works for Carol, she scheduled her vacation
Oh, no.
to go out to the Grand Canyon. And sure enough,
But you could still go look at the Grand Canyon. You just can't do it in the official government center.
Well, no, you're not supposed to go onto the property. That's the thing.
The entire Grand fucking Canyon?
Yeah.
But who is going to stop her?
Well, whatever the, whatever
I mean, aren't there
exits
like
and
people
entrances.
muling
Yeah.
people through the Grand Canyon?
When I drove cross country to move to LA with you, I stopped at the Grand Canyon, but not at the official park.
Right.
I just drove a road to the Grand Canyon and got there.
She gets caught up in some trafficking.
Yeah. Different kind of mule. There's not in a million years would she do this, but I read an article about there's many gate jumpers saying, fuck the government.
Yeah.
We're going in.
Oh, yeah, I'm not allowed to go look at the Grand Canyon because
That
they
your
can't get this shit
taxpayers
together.
pay for. That your tax dollars pay for.
Suck my dick, Washington.
Isn't it crazy that, I mean, I understand why, because these people who are the government workers, they definitely do not deserve to be punished because of this work stoppage by not paying them. So they are going to pay them to not work.
Yeah.
So what actually is the point?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing.
Just go to work then. It's almost like the people who are essentials to the government who have to go to work. They're kind of like, well, wait a minute, they're getting paid just because you're non-essential, which means you're not as important as I am.
Right.
So you get to stay home on a mini vacation, a paid vacation. Well, I got to bust my ass all day.
Right.
Not me. I'm talking about the essential government workers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
really doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. I guess the only downside is, like, let's say this goes on for 2 months. That means it's 2 months without an income. So, your bills aren't going to stop coming. It's just your paycheck.
I understand why. I understand the thinking of.
That's the right thing to do.
You shouldn't punish the government workers who, because with a work stoppage by not paying them. It's not their decision to stop the government.
Right.
So they have bills to pay. They cannot be hit with that kind of trauma thrown into their lives.
Right.
But that means, though, if you're going to pay them, send them to work.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, it's weird because somebody told me that Sandy Hook, that's the closest, like, government park that we have, that somebody was boating the other day out in the ocean, and there's rangers running along the shoreline telling them that they can't come onto the shore, which you would never do over there anyway. There's people
how are there rangers there? I thought they're not working.
That's what I thought too. So I'm like, well, why are there rangers over there? But I guess there's like a couple in each of these places. Because when I was reading this article, it seems that, like, they'll set up cones and barricades so that you can't get into, say White Sands or whatever. And then people are coming up, they're just kicking the cones to the side and going in anyway. And then there's like one or two, I guess maybe they're keeping 1 or 2 rangers at each place for this kind of stuff. But they're saying that if you get caught, you can get a fine and go to jail and all this other shit. It says park rangers are beginning to push back, citing 21 people for breaching barricades at the Grand Canyon National Park. It'd be great if it was Carol. And ticketing at least 2 people at Valley Forge. Because that's what people are. There's Twitter hashtags here if you're going to do this, Walt. Hashtag Spitehouse and hashtag Yes We Cone.
I got it.
Okay.
I get it. That's funny.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Maximum penalty, 6 months in jail.
Sweet Jesus.
Maximum.
That's the maximum.
I can handle 6 months in the clink.
You're probably going to go to a county jail, and I may disagree, judging by what Walt's told us.
I almost got a job in a county clink.
That's right.
That was the county clink. Yeah, wasn't.
There's just as nasty stuff going on in the county as there is in the state.
Yeah, like Cryptozoic Man bonus pod evil shit.
yeah, you never know, man.
Yeah. Oh, worse.
Like that sort of thing.
I don't think that. And the bonus pod has been able. People have been able to listen to it by the time this will drop.
Yeah.
Do you think what was revealed in the bonus pod happens in jail? Do you think there's prisoners going to do this in front of me? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't even think the worst. I don't even think in the state
The worst of the worst.
that there's lunatics that want that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, good.
Yeah, you don't deserve to know.
Wow, good point.
Yeah, so Q, if you're going to do that, if you're going to go ahead and kick those cones to the side, just know that
All right.
you may be imprisoned.
Well, I want to share you something that happened to me today.
Ooh, go ahead.
I outran the cops.
Really?
I outran the cops.
And what, your fucking Chevette? What are you driving in? Corvette? What is the thing you drive?
Chevette.
What is that car you drive?
Tercel.
What was it?
It's a Wrangler.
The Wrangler.
So it wasn't even on your motorcycle?
No.
Damn.
It was. I was running late, and I came to a red light, and it's not right turning red in New York.
It's not?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
But I was like, I'm gonna rush. Like, there were no cars coming to my left.
I'm Brian fucking Q. I'm in a rush.
I got shit to handle.
Why the fuck are you trying to delay me?
So I bust a right, and as I made the illegal right, a cop passes me. Like, I'm making a right, he's coming from the right. He just looks at me, I look at him, we're both going in slow motion. Like, I'm like, that's it. I was like, I'm busted. Like, I'm fucked. Like, there's nothing I can do. But he passes, he continues going to my left, and I'm watching him in the rearview mirror, turns on the lights and sirens, right? Boop, boop. But to get me, he's got to make a 3-point turn because it was a narrow road. He can't whip a Yui.
Right.
And there's traffic coming. So I'm like, all right. This is a pinnacle. This is a moment.
You coming to record Tell 'em Steve Dave?
Yes.
Because you were crossing state lines. Maybe you could be a felon here.
He could be a wanted man. He's a fugitive, right?
So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to fucking go for it. I'm going to go for it.
You're going to put the foot on the pedal.
Luke
and do 50.
And Duke, like the Duke boys, right. I'm just going to fucking peel out and go.
You're going to risk the beautiful Stacey Patella's life.
I was on my way to, like, I was.
I hadn't got her yet. Right. Okay.
So I fucking drop it, like, downshift.
He's telling it like he truly is. Like,
no, this
it's fucking.
Like he's fucking.
I'm telling you what.
Stacey and Estelle. What was that movie?
What's
Where
that?
they fucking drove over the cliff.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise, yeah.
I'm telling you, I whipped turns into a residential neighborhood. Stacey and Adele.
Estelle.
This is Vin Diesel over here, Fast and Furious.
Stacey and Estelle. So, okay.
He met a hunk in a fucking honky tonk. That's why it took him so long to get here.
Some tranny you picked up in the back seat.
Stacey, take the wheel while I suck this girl's cock.
It's the Staten Island Brad Pitt.
Estelle's like, whoa, slow down.
Don't boss me around, Estelle. I got a method. Give it some gas, Stacey. The fuzz is on her ass.
In a 5-block Staten Island radius. So I whipped into like a residential area and just started fucking like weaving the streets. And I fucking beat him. I beat the law. I beat Johnny Law.
Pulled over, set your car on fire.
I shot an old woman in the face. I pulled her out of her car. I got in and here I am.
Sliced your fingerprints off with a razor. Look at you, man.
So I don't care about the law.
Well,
I was it was screeching corners. Like,
really?
Drift, like Tokyo Drift and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
All for a right turn ticket, which would cost you how much?
Well, it's more the points on my license.
He took 3 lives.
Did I ever tell the story on a podcast about when I got pulled over and there was at one of those? I don't know. Did I ever tell this when I got pulled over at one of those where they stop you when they look at your to see if something's expired on your windshield?
Oh, the registration.
Yeah. And I got pulled over to the side with a whole bunch of other people in the middle of it. Was a beautiful like spring afternoon. I was coming to work and they pulled me over. I didn't have a seatbelt on either. And they pulled me over to the side, and it took forever for them to start writing up my ticket. And as I'm writing the ticket, they got like a massive cop, like he's a fucking chunk of a man. He's just huge.
Fat or built?
Built.
Okay.
He's writing the tickets up for the people who've been pulled over, and there's we're at a very slow light intersection in Middletown. So there's like a lot of slow traffic that comes at this spot where they got me. And there's one cop who's standing in the highway or on the road, not the highway, as the cars are going by very slowly, and he's telling them to pull over. All of a sudden, you hear this commotion out of nowhere, like, "Whoa, whoa, stop! I told you to stop!" And
Gone at Estelle. Who is that up there? That commotion.
And we both, me and the cop, I have my door open and I'm sitting like in my car with my feet on the outside, and I'm just kind of sitting there going like, I can't believe how long this is taking. It took almost an hour for them to process me.
So he had put you over to the side.
Put me over to the side. Okay. So I'm like sitting with my feet on the floor, like sitting like not how you would normally sit in the seat. I wasn't facing out the windshield.
You relaxed a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was making a statement with my body stance.
Yeah.
Like this is taking way too long.
You. Yeah.
And I hear all this commotion. And everybody starts screaming, and me and the cop look up, and some old man is not stopping, and they put their hands on the hood of the car, and he still continues to go. He just takes off. So the cops are frazzled, and they get in their cars and they start
high-speed
chasing this guy. But my chunk head is just standing there, and I go, "You're not going to go chase that guy?" Because he hasn't started me yet. He's just about to start me, and he goes, "Nah, they can handle it." And I was just like, "Oh, really?" I go, I mean, that's a pretty brazen attempt right there. He almost ran over a co-officer, and you're gonna stay here and write me because I didn't have a seatbelt on? Because yeah.
What a dick.
Right? I mean, I don't know, man. To me, I thought that was kind of cowardly.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a chance to be a hero, and he chose to fucking sit there and write a ticket.
Steady's a zero.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen on that chase? Do you think
I sincerely doubt that the old man probably just didn't even see them. I mean, he looked like he was 90.
I was going to say, was it dementia or was it like purposefully? That's one of those things. I see Silver Alert, and I'm like, I hope the day never comes. Where they're like, "Where's Johnson?" Like,
what are you talking about, man? I've had so many Silver Alerts here at the store. Have you seen Brian?
Jeff Silver.
Where's Brian?
Jeff Silverman.
I mean, calls from your parents,
oh,
Suzanne.
Really?
Like when you go missing, you go MIA. We've had more Silver Alerts for you in the past 5 years than Monmouth County's had on all the residents that live here, the seniors who live in Monmouth County.
Yeah. I get calls on Staten Island sometimes. Like, you know where Brian is? We're supposed to be shooting comic book men today. Like, I don't know.
I mean, they're not the official sanctioned Silver Alerts.
Right. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But they're just as frantic and
even more so. Yeah.
And the fate of the world is hanging on them when you get these calls.
My favorite part of those calls is sometimes the person calling you, be it Pam or Suzanne, throws a theory in there.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite.
Yeah.
Is it like a hopeful theory? Like,
no. It's always
he was watching a movie that he really loves, and the power went out, and now I don't know what he's going to do.
He's probably killing himself.
Could you call the morgue? And it's always like, and then I get you right away, and you're at Barnes and Noble, like reading
hiding.
A book. Yeah. And I'm like, well, Suzanne just told me that you peeled out at 80 with a noose around your neck. And you're like,
yeah, that part's true. But at least, I'm running away.
He ordered something on Amazon, and it says it's going to take more than 4 days to get here, and then he's really upset.
Said it was delivered, and it wasn't delivered. He lost his shit. Walt. There's a jogger. He got ticketed just for running at Valley Forge. Can you imagine? Should we be ashamed at this point, this country?
Never.
Because
no matter how bad shit is, I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
Never show you're ashamed. You can feel it, but never let the rest of the world know.
Where were you when I was fucking 5? You should have given me that advice. All I've been doing is showing shame.
You never ever reveal. I think anyway. That's my motto.
Well, you don't admit to being ashamed, but
right.
Secretly, I'm sure a lot of people. I mean, this is America, man. Like you always hear like,
go move somewhere where they don't shut the government down. Then.
I would rather be in a shutdown America,
right,
than any other country fully
that's
functioning.
Operating on all fucking 2 cylinders. Because I know there ain't no other ones that are operating on 4 like us.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Britain.
Yeah, probably Britain. They probably have more cylinders than us.
Maybe Canada. All right. Maybe Australia.
You know,
Japan's got it. I think they're
Japan's got their
pretty.
shit
They're pretty
together.
got their shit together.
excluding them.
Belize, I hear, is nice
Yeah.
this time of year.
There's a lot of other people who should be ashamed before we are.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Looking at you,
Rwanda.
Italy. Looking at you.
Was it Uganda?
Yeah.
All right, I agree. But it's just the kind of thing that never like it's. I mean, I think it's happened in the '90s too. Wasn't there a brief government shutdown in the
17
'90s or
years ago was the
something?
last one.
Was it?
Yeah. I didn't notice it then either.
Well, we got our shit together by the
What
by
year
the
would that
time
be?
we
17 years ago.
You just turned 17, Stacey. How long ago was that?
Well, that would have been like what 91, right? 2001? No, 95 or 6 or 7.
Sure.
Still,
Mid-90s.
have you graduated high school yet?
I graduated in 94, so yeah.
So BQ, who just graduated high school, there's not a chance on earth on your radar the government shut down.
Not a chance.
He's out there collecting puss.
Are you in college at this point?
For the brief amount of time that I was in college, yeah.
What college you go to?
I went to Brooklyn College and College of Staten Island.
And were they party schools?
Their community.
Well,
it's like
yeah, the
Brookdale.
community
It's like calling
colleges.
Brookdale a party
you didn't
school.
sleep there or anything?
No,
It wasn't
no,
like
no,
that?
no.
Oh, okay, you didn't join a frat.
Only when he
You
was
would be-
drunk
I
enough.
think you are the model frat dude.
I don't think I am.
I can't believe you missed out on you would have been like the legend like Belushi as a frat dude.
Yeah,
I think.
maybe, but I don't
The
like.
angry hazer guy, like
No, he's
tearing
not
guys'
angry.
assholes apart.
No, he's not angry.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, but a young BQ.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work.
A bit, you take lose yourself.
Well, I never
in
liked the belonging part of like you got to wear it on your shirt and
think of all that comes with it, though. All that power.
yeah, over who?
Going over to sorority houses and partying.
That part sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to go down to
Sorority girls always party in their
Philadelphia.
bras.
it was sweet.
Mhm.
I went to some crazy frat parties.
Were you in a sorority, Stace? No? Never partied in your bra, huh? God damn it.
Why it gets crazy? The frat parties,
I mean, stupid crazy, not like insane.
not like
crazy.
Playboy Mansion.
No. Oh, I saw. I once saw a girl. They were going to throw her out of the party. I don't remember why, but they told her if she puts these are the frat boys, which I wasn't a part of, so I couldn't.
Let
I
Quinn
can only
finish
watch.
blowing me.
Thanks, Estelle. If she puts a magic marker in her vagina, they'll let her stay.
Ugh. And she said
did.
no? She
Yeah,
did it?
She got right down on the rug and put it in,
God.
and it was a bingo marker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And she did it. She wanted to be in the party that bad.
Yeah, and she did it in front
What do you think?
everybody.
What had she done that they
Right.
were like, you cannot stay?
Unless
Like,
this
what-
horrid fucking...
I don't think.
Penance that you have
I
to
think
pay.
they knew she would do it, so
like, oh,
they
like-
invented a reason. If I recall.
Estelle will do anything.
Estelle will fucking. You want a bingo marker and a puss hole? She's the one.
She's your go-to
She's
girl.
your go-to girl. So they did it, and she shrugged and kind of laughed, and in went the marker, and she was at the party.
And
all
that was it. It was like in, out, and then
No, she put on a little show. She was in there for a little bit, and but I mean, the
What were you
whole
doing?
party was watching. We're all just sitting
Were
there.
you
holding
were you
drinks.
astounded?
I
You were like,
was-
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think
I think it would have to
was
be,
a
right?
little bit like.
I wish I got into a better
great.
college.
So yeah, so shit does go down, but you know, I've seen.
What do you
things.
think? What do you think? Bingo marker's doing right now.
I'm gonna
She looks back on that and is like, "What? Oh my god!"
Like, I hope and pray
Is that
my
the
daughter
lowest of the low,
never
or do you
wants
think
to
that you
be.
think things got lower after that?
I think that if you're known as the one who's going to put the bingo market in your puss hole,
you probably move away from that as you graduate college. I kind of don't think she's probably traveling in the same circles who saw that night.
no. But you're asking if that's the lowest.
She's still
of the
getting
low.
kicked out of parties to this day.
But if that's the lowest of the low, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think in college that was the lowest of the low. Because you have that reputation and you're that person, then that's just a fucking Saturday night of the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, God knows what's going on.
So you think there was even more
Yeah, probably.
shameful acts committed to stay at parties?
Bingo
Depends if
marker in
she's
the
ashamed.
bunghole.
She didn't seem ashamed to me.
Are you going to go on record as now that you don't think that's a shameful act?
I think it's up to
Do you want to admit to something?
Why? What did you have to do to stay? Because you were an outsider,
No,
right?
I had to put the bingo marker in as well.
to get in the first place. Yeah.
So it was, so shit does go down. The basement of the the fraternity was like there was like a beer pong thing, and then just rooms, dimly lit rooms with like bean bags and shit, and people were just in there hooking up and shit like that and doing drugs and stuff.
I haven't heard that phrase in so long. Beer pong.
Yeah.
When I was on this hockey team, the guys on the hockey team were into drinking beer.
Right.
So after games, we would go to one of the guys' house, and they would play beer pong.
Right.
And not to brag, I'm a bit of a ping pong player.
Okay.
And I don't like to drink.
Well, don't get a big head. Continue the story, please.
But I could hit that cup whenever I wanted to, and it was fucking. I was getting people so fucking angry and wasted. It's like I think it was like you had to hit it and you had to take a sip. If I got it in the cup, you had to drink the whole cup.
Right.
Yeah, I was able to do it at quite a def level and never have to drink my own.
They were going to beat your ass.
You're going to do...
I said beer. I know you were going to pounce on that.
You're going to do well at the Four Color Demon rallies, my friends. You're going to do well.
I don't know if you guys saw this. This is, we'll talk about it. Well, this has been making
what
the rounds.
What the fuck is that?
That is a woman who is getting something extracted. Now, that's a butthole with a speculum. You don't want to see this, Walt?
No.
It's surgical. I mean, it's literally like something got stuck.
What are they pulling out of that ass?
Yeah, how does it get stuck?
You'll see. Well, I mean, it's not something like unnatural. It's not like a cat.
It's a butt plug.
Yeah, it's a butt plug.
That's unnatural.
Well, no, I mean, a butt plug's designed to go in your butt, right?
Oh my god!
But like,
designed by deviants.
Well, it's like a dildo.
What? It's a dildo.
That thing is huge. Yeah,
that is fucking.
Actually,
enormous.
You're right. It wasn't a butt plug. It was a pretty decent sized dildo making the rounds.
Oh, she sucked that all the way inside of her.
Yeah, I guess maybe she was.
We better send Estelle a get well card.
Messing around.
I must have hit a bump when I was doing 50.
Now, that's the kind of thing that, like, when that happens and it goes inside, first off, it's super painful, I'm assuming.
I mean, that thing was huge. I actually got me a little sick.
The moment that you're like, I have to go to the ER. I got to fucking go get it taken out.
There's a guy, I think I told this before, there's a guy in my firehouse who's a nurse as well. His side job is a nurse. And he says once a month, he goes, without...
Hamster?
No, it's never that. It's a vibrating like this. He goes, we will get somebody coming in with a vibrating... Once was a New Jersey state trooper.
Really?
Yeah, came in with a vibrating egg up his ass. Couldn't get it out.
Wow.
Yeah?
Whew.
Maybe the same guy that was giving Walt fucking... a ticket for his registration. I don't
Mr. Hunk. Yeah, Mr. Chunk.
We got a lot of kooks in our midst.
Yeah. You never know. That's a huge fucking... Did you see the video of the guy... This doesn't involve any body parts. Well, the guy who is like... He's an internet sensation now for sending a selfie of himself to a girl. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This is apparently the new thing. So I'm going to keep you guys... up to date.
He sent a selfie.
No, he got it. He works in Starbucks.
Picture yourself, basically.
He works in Starbucks.
Like when you take. It depends. A lot of times it's. It could be nude.
It could be. This isn't. So this dude works in Starbucks, and he got a girl's number, and he sent her a video of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll show you. They loop it.
Have you ever sent a selfie, Stacey Patella?
Yeah.
Good girl.
Set to Drake.
Okay, so it's a guy so far.
That's loading.
The crappy fucking video connection we have here. Okay, here we go. He's got chiseled features, this guy, huh?
Yeah.
And a pompadour. What the fuck?
That's it. That's how they just loop it.
That's it?
That's it. It's a 12-second video of this guy like just giving like eyes to the camera to a Drake song.
How does this become internet?
She sent it to her friend.
Yeah.
This guy sent it to her.
Is it because he's corny?
Yeah, because he's a fucking cornball. And her friend put it on the internet, and it's just caught fire now. People are doing their own versions of it. Like everybody's making fun of it.
Fucking weird world we live in, man. Like, I would never pick that out as something that was worthy of. What's it called now? This guy's called what?
Starbucks Drake hands.
It is like at the end he does look really goofy. You know,
what do you think, Stacey? Somebody sends that to you. What do you do? Pants dropping? No. All right.
I was going to copy that and send it to him, Glenn.
I would love to see
Glad
your
I found
version
that
of
out.
this. I would love to see your version of this. So there's a lot going on. Any fat news?
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
I can't tell you how much I think about fat news.
Really?
Like, throughout the day, I'll just be like, I wonder if there's any fat news coming this week.
I don't have any fat news right now, but we can probably look something up.
That's disappointing.
Miley Cyrus. Did you watch Saturday Night Live?
No.
I was curious to see if she was going to do anything, and it appears that the only thing she did was she offended people who have had strokes because she made a joke about they said somebody asked why she keeps sticking her tongue out, and she said, "I'm having tiny strokes, yo." Because it was a joke within the sketch. It didn't sit well with the Stroke Association. An information and support group took issue with the pop star making light of the medical issue. Having a mini stroke is no laughing matter, Q. About 46,000 people in the UK alone have a mini stroke each year.
What? In the UK?
Yep, with 1 in 10 leading to a major stroke.
Oh, God.
Sticking out your tongue is not a sign of having a stroke, everyone. Having a stroke is a serious medical emergency. With the right care and support, as well as compassion from those around them, people can make fantastic recoveries. Calm the fuck down, man.
I mean, they're right. Strokes aren't. My dad's had a stroke. They're not funny.
Right.
Come the fuck on. What can you make fun of these days? Or what can you say these days?
You can't make fun of anything. White guys, I think.
But
white guys you can still make fun of.
But just not white guys with strokes.
No. If he's having a stroke, back off. But do they have to go and look for this person to be offended?
What do you mean?
You know, like Miley Cyrus makes the joke, which I seriously don't understand the eye and the tongue hanging out thing.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
This face she's constantly making. Hold on.
Is she famous for taking photos with her tongue sticking out?
I guess ever since the VMAs, maybe even before that. But she always does this thing where she's like, hold on,
let's look at this.
I'll send the, I'll send you the, or I'll show you the picture. I don't get it, but did you see the VMA thing? Because she did it fucking 1,000 times.
Oh no, I didn't see it. That I would notice. Well, how old is she? 19?
Here you go, Q. 20, I believe.
So she's a fucking idiot kid.
Yeah, she's 20 years old.
Oh my god, that looks horrible.
Yeah. But she does it all the time for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, that's her go-to thing?
I guess so. With the,
that looks terrible.
The little horns and shit. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look too good.
All right.
What do you think of that? Let's see you do it. Come on, Stace.
No.
So no, you can't make fun of people who've had strokes either.
Is that what people... So, and they're saying people who have strokes don't look like that.
They don't...
it's cruel.
Mm-hmm. I made fun of a lady who had a stroke once.
Oh. Yeah. Constantly.
Really?
Your next door neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were very cruel to her.
Behind her back, except for once, and I had to go to court for it.
Did you? Really?
Yeah. She had a stroke, and she actually did look like Miley Cyrus quite a bit.
Her tongue was always hanging out of her head.
She wasn't really winking.
She couldn't put her tongue back inside of her mouth.
Right.
Well, that's horrible.
She'd be like, "Hey, Colin, why does it talk like that?" That's how she would talk. Yeah, not funny.
Do you remember her greatest dig at you that fucking drove you nuts when I told you?
Was it something she really said, or I think that you made it up?
No, she said it.
No, there's no way she said this. It was one of those things that you made. You said that she said. I got all worked up.
This is a 70-year-old woman. Where we used to work at the community center. It was also a /senior center at the time. Okay. So this person would always be at the community center. She was a pretty powerful figure in the senior community,
despite her
she was
infirmity.
A titan.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that was wrong with her was that her tongue would just stick out of her mouth a little bit.
Plus, she was a piece of shit.
No. I'm telling you, it wasn't like it was. Like a fish hanging out of her mouth. It was just a tip.
Okay.
It was just a tip hanging out. And she was like the president of the senior citizens club.
Right.
So she was a mover and shaker. She made decisions and she had
powerhouse.
She definitely was, and she loved it.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
And she had a they would have a 4th of July barbecue for the seniors every year.
All right.
And I was at this point relegated to I had to cook hot dogs. And I don't even know how to cook. I had to go and put.
Can you imagine they put it in charge?
I never even touched a raw dog, and they had me putting hot dogs on the grill.
Raw dog.
And so I don't even know when they're done. And they're like, "This is what you got to do." So I'm like, "Well, hamburgers, at least I know what they look like when they're supposed to be done, but I don't know what a hot dog looks like when it's done." So she came over and she goes,
Woo!
She's an enemy, right? She
doesn't like Brian for I don't know, maybe they were really neighbors though, and she didn't like Brian, but she liked me though.
Well,
because I showed at least some sort of human decency and didn't make fun of the fact that she had a stroke, and I was kind to an old lady, which I don't know why. She just kind of took a shine to me. I treated her with respect as you should a senior, no matter how much of a douche she may have been.
Sure. Hey, where'd it get you? Cooking hot dogs.
I know, but anyway, so I'm forced to cook these hot dogs for all like 30 fucking angry seniors. And she comes over to me and she goes, "You can have as much. You can have one, or you can have whatever you want to eat, you know." And I was like, "Okay." She goes, "But she goes, don't give any to Brian." She goes, and I go, "I won't."
So she specifically cut you out.
Yeah, and she goes. She was teasing though. She was maybe in one of these like patchwork where they amended fences a little bit.
Okay.
The feud was at a somewhat of a stalemate, and she goes, "Don't give one to Brian." She said, kind of playfully.
Right.
I said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "How about we give him one of these?" Because I said, "I think I dropped this hot dog." I said, and she goes, "That's okay. He knows where to find a good hot dog."
Whoa!
I thought, did she really say that?
Yes, she said that.
For years, I was like, bullshit. It's like one of those. It's one of those things.
How would I remember that? I remember that because I thought because definitely she was poking a fun that you'd swallow a fucking hot dog.
Was it that I would swallow a hot dog because I wasn't fat?
I don't think
it wasn't
fat, so it had to be a dig at that you'd put a penis in your mouth.
Right. I assume. I mean, but she's so old. Like, why?
I think she knows to go where to hurt you.
Yeah.
She goes.
I was like, what?
It wasn't as if you took
How
it.
How old are you?
Oh, 20s.
Yeah, it was probably early 20s. Yeah.
Which is almost casts her in a villain role because she's saying that
she was a villain. Ask Darren. He's here, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. She was awful.
Shit.
Yeah.
She'd yell at you like if you were riding your bike like in front of, because you were a kid, you ride on the sidewalk.
Sure, of course.
If you were like yelling to the person in front of you, they'd yell at you to be quiet and stuff, stop making noise by their house. The cat went on their property, they'd fucking freak out.
So she's an asshole.
It
I
was
never told you this.
everything.
After she said that Brian knew where to find a good hot dog, she said probably Darren's.
You know, his 8-year-old brother. I'm pretty sure he's molesting him. She was on fire that day.
Who knows? She's probably listening to this podcast right now in heaven, Q.
I think she's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have to think that by now.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, let's
hopefully.
hope.
If she's not dead, she's somewhere rotting in a bed. There's no way she could be up and
Oh
moving.
my God!
She was old then.
Even
man.
I would feel bad for her. Yeah, if she was still alive and like laying in a bed.
I mean, there's no way she could be up and moving about. She looked old, huh?
So fuck that. I mean, feel bad for her?
I remember. Yeah, I'm looking her up online. I don't see her.
Well, what did you say to her that pissed her off? You made fun of her to her face?
Well, we had a long. Well, you know, what are you going to do at this point? As a young Brian
If you
Johnson,
listen to that bonus pod,
this is worse.
this may be
worse?
I don't know. I mean, it's
And we're
worse.
giving it away for free?
I mean, this is goes. I think this is definitely not one I'd tell about myself. If I had this one in my arsenal, in my skeleton closet, I would not. Did you do this in public in front of everybody, right?
I mean, in front of a few people. It wasn't
like in front of a room full of like 30 people
Oh no!
in the main room.
No, this was the way it happened.
Or like everybody was like the room just stopped.
Yeah,
like
like,
time
everyone,
stood still.
listen.
No.
I'm about
After
to do
you
my
said
impression.
it, it was like, after you said it, like you could hear a pin drop like 4 streets over.
No. It was what had happened was I had cats.
Okay.
A couple cats that we kept inside because the cat I had before got out, got hit by a car. died, so we wanted to keep our other cats indoors. You know, cats are always trying to get out.
Right.
So my one cat would constantly try to bolt out the door, and he bolted out, and he went under the bushes. Their bushes. So I went over there to try to get the cat out. I'm not doing anything to their property.
Sure.
But the second you step over there, she comes out, and she's giving me a bunch of shit. She's hard to understand because of the
stroke
defect. And I finally grabbed the cat, and she just wouldn't shut up. So I started doing an impression of sorts, you know? But like, no, my property. I don't care if your cat gets hit by a car. You know, and
how old were you?
I thought you did this, though, in a room full of people.
Oh, no. Nope, no.
Did that happen, or did I dream that then?
You may have dreamed that, yeah. Even I wasn't that awful. Or at least didn't have the opportunity to be that awful. She called the police, and she took me to court for trespassing.
Oh, my God.
And at the time, it was like right when the whole, to call it a hate crime is probably a little strong, but it was right when people started suing for shit like that, because I made fun of her or whatever.
Right.
And she was going to say it was harassment. That's what it was, that I was harassing her. And she wanted to charge me with harassment. And the judge actually had to go into his chambers and look up statutes and shit to see if I could be rightfully charged. And it turned out I couldn't, because I wasn't harassing her. I was trying to get the cat. Yeah. Yeah, I admitted to it. But I said, I was harassment is a one-sided, nonstop derision. Yeah, I was my own lawyer, man. Fool for a client, right?
Counselor.
Yeah.
Can we hear it you in a suit? Wait, I picture you as a 20-year-old with that beard, though, with the ponytail and a fucking light blue suit. Let's hear the interpretation of what you said to her.
Yeah,
and you in court doing the.
Yeah, I'm like, stenographer, get ready. But I said it's not like I was sitting there deriding her nonstop. I was like, I went to get the cat, and once I got the cat, I got off her property. I said that's not harassment, and he had to agree. I got off, but if I went on their property again, then I was going to get charged with trespassing.
Even if you're
I beat the case.
Yeah, I beat those charges.
I got off I jerked off thinking about it.
But honestly, even if your cat ran there again, you're not allowed to.
No, I wasn't allowed to go on her property to get it.
So your cat just dies?
Maybe. Yeah, possibly. Who knows?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that. Yeah, absolutely. You go get your pet if it's on property. The consequences be damned on that.
Yeah.
The consequences, at worst, a fucking $20 fine.
But that family had it in for me early on. It was one of those couples, and they had a daughter. I just remembered Edgar said something so fucking funny once. This is mean too. This is really mean. This might be meaner than what I said. He had a daughter who eventually became a minister, and then eventually a reverend, and then eventually came out as gay. Okay. And but I remember being in third grade, and I was over at Sandy Hook. This was when the government wasn't shut down, and we could freely enjoy it.
Sure.
And I was with my friend, and we were we're young, so we're cursing and shit. Now this is a girl who's 18 at the time, I guess. She's about a good 10 years older than me. And I saw her as we're cursing, and we were saying fucking shit, just between ourselves. And I saw her, and I was like, oh no. I was young, so I'm terrified, just she's going to tell my parents. Now, looking back, you're 18, you see your neighbor at the beach, these two kids, and they're cursing. In a million fucking years, do you ever go back to their parents and fucking rat them out?
Taking on that responsibility. He can barely get dressed at 18. He's so blottoed from the night before.
Yeah, right?
His fingers are on ice from all the night, all the fucking, all the triumphs he had the night before. Yeah. He's got him in a glass of ice cubes. Yeah. He can prepare
it up for tonight.
There's magic markers laying around his room.
Can you imagine? He sees the next door neighbors. The next door neighbors' kids cursing.
In a fucking million years, can you imagine it? Sure enough, man, that fucking bitch told Pam and Edgar.
What?
Yep, told Pam and Edgar, and I got punished for it. And years and years later, I guess we were, I must have been like 17 or 18, and we were going to go camping, and Edgar like moved his truck out so we could like pull the car into the driveway or whatever, but he parked it temporarily, like for a couple minutes in front of this guy's house. The second he steps out of the car, this guy comes over and he's like, hey, are you gonna just leave that truck there the whole time while you're gone? And Edgar's like, what if I did? You know, it's like, it's a public street, right. You know, but it's just like, get off my ass. It's like, but that's what they were. They were just fucking constantly on your ass about shit. And he's like, well, you know, you got your own, you know, you can put in front of your own house. And these guys had a driveway. It's not like they even use the street or whatever.
Staten Island, too, with that whole thing, park in front of your own house.
Yeah, that's big in Highlands, too. But at any rate, eventually it gets to the point where Edgar loses his cool and he goes, you know what? I'm keeping the fucking truck there, Ted. And you know what else? Your fucking grandchildren are ugly. Totally out of nowhere.
That's Johnson. Yeah, but didn't fall far from the tree.
It just came out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, right, Edgar. You know?
What was the guy's response to that?
He just went back in the house.
He was the maybe was it WKRP? No, it was Bob. You ever watch the Bob Newhart? Probably not. You don't watch Bob Newhart. Remember that one dude who was so mousy? Like he barely could even say his own name. He spoke in a super high pitched voice. Okay, that guy was butch compared to the fucking the guy, this neighbor. So it wasn't as if he's like, you know, it would be very out of character for this guy to try to snap back with.
It wasn't the chunk policeman.
What do you think that mindset is in Staten Island and the Highlands? It's got to be something more than the parking spot, isn't it? It's this is, I've claimed this. This is mine.
It's a sense
in front of my
ownership. Yeah.
It's really weird, man.
You said your wife when she lived in Highlands.
Oh my God,
it was a big thing, right?
Like she was obsessed with the parking spot. Somebody parked in front of the house, and I was more of like, hey, it's a street. Anybody could park there. She would have none of it. I remember one time I got home from work, and somebody was in quote unquote my spot, even though it wasn't my spot. And I got out of the car. It was brutally sunny day. And I got out of the car. And I've never had a problem with someone parking in front of my house because I've always had that feeling it's not really my spot.
Right.
And across the street, I can't see because the sun is shining so bright. They go, what's the matter? You got a problem with me parking there? And I was like, no. I said, who? And I go, who is that? I'm going, I don't even know who it was. And there's like the guy across the street. He goes, I could park wherever I want. And I go, yeah, you can. I said, this is a public street. I go, and he goes, well, what's with that face? I go, the sun's in my eyes. And he goes, you want me to move that car? I go, no.
He's like feeding himself.
Fine.
But he said it so angrily. Do you want me to move the car then? And I go, no, you can leave it there as long as you want. I don't care. I mean, literally, I had to walk an extra like 5 feet. But he was so angry, expecting such a like he was like ready for the keg to explode.
Yeah.
And when I was like, I don't give a fuck if you park there, he had nowhere to go. It's like that's everybody on my street, on my mom's street. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's like that in Staten Island.
It is. Not even 3 months ago, I went to Sal's house and I parked across the street. I had the Wrangler, so that's how recent it was. And a woman comes out and goes, "My husband's coming home from work soon. He needs a spot." And it was 2 in the afternoon. The
whole street's open, right?
The whole street's open. And I was like, no. I said, I'm only going to be here for a little bit. She was like, well, my husband comes home. He likes his spot. And I was like, she was furious. And I was like, I don't know if she's going to scratch my car. Because that's the other thing. On Staten Island, people will scratch your car. So I just moved it. I was like, I can take a stand here. But I was like, if my brand new car gets scratched up, I lose.
Right.
So I moved it.
But like, it has to really show. To me, it's like caring about your lawn. You're empty inside. If that's all that fucking matters to you is how green your lawn is, and if it's how high the grass is, and if your spot is there for you when you get home,
right?
You got to relook your priorities, man.
No,
don't you think?
They won't do. I think you should, but these are people who That's the last thing they should be examining. Like the symptoms, like that's just the last symptom on the list of fucking bullshit. Like in my neighborhood, on my block, the people that growing up that I've known have that problem are fucking dickheads. All dickheads. There's never a nice guy that's like, oh, Ted's great, but that's his one thing. He doesn't like when you park in front of his house.
He's got a litany of shit that makes him an asshole.
Ted, he's at it again. Now it's a fucking parking lot. So. Although I'll tell you what, one time somebody parked a 15-passenger van in front of my house, and it was there for like 3 days. And after I was like, all right. I was like, how long is this fucking thing gonna be in front of my house? It blocks the view at that point. You're like, what the fuck's going on? But I didn't say like
you fell prey to it, huh?
Yeah, but no, I didn't go out and like put a note on the car, which people do.
Yeah.
Please move this car. This is not your spot.
The nicest human being I know is my mother.
Right.
When it came to the parking spot, she was like Genghis Khan. Dracula would have fucking like would Vlad the Impaler wouldn't have parked in front of our fucking house if he had seen how fucking pissed my mom would get if somebody parked in front of the house.
You guys used to put garbage cans out.
No, garbage
or the
cans
cones.
and then traffic cones that she acquired. Every time, and at a point we lived at the base of our street was a restaurant that was very popular when we first moved into our house. In the 70s, this restaurant closed many years later, and the traffic on our street pretty much evaporated after that.
Right.
There was no need to put the cones out. Decades after this restaurant had closed, but it was a ritual. It was something like I'm running to the drugstore. I'm just putting a fucking envelope in the mailbox down the street. I got to put the cones out just in case someone comes. It was strange. It still is.
I do shit like that when it snows and you dig out a spot.
Because assholes will park in that spot.
Because then you're like, well, I fucking spent 2 hours digging out this spot. I'm putting garbage cans there.
Be cute. You shovel your own spot, huh, in front of your house?
Sure. I mean, this was years ago. Now I'll just pay a child to do it.
Bro,
or Stacy will be out there.
Last year, I don't think it snowed last year, but the year before that, we had some fucking apocalyptic snow.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm fucking on TV. Why am I almost fucking having a heart attack shoveling my driveway? I think I'm going to die. I'm going to die right here. I mean, it was so heavy and it was so much snow. And I'm just like, this sucks.
I was out there shoveling during that snowstorm, and a guy from my firehouse happened to drive by, and he just fucking started wailing me with snow.
Whoa, wait a second, So you must know people who have one of those things that plow the streets, right?
Sure.
Why don't you just get one of your buddies to come in and just do your spot real quick?
I mean, it's a lot to ask someone. Like, how many phone calls like that are they getting versus the amount of work that I have to do to dig out?
So, I mean, I remember that one year it was like 2 weekends in a row.
That wet snow.
It was like hours out there.
Ton.
It wasn't even that. It's like then I'd go to because I don't like my parents doing it. So I would drive to my parents' house and do it for them. But then I would just pay some kids to do it. Mm-hmm. Now I'll never do it again in my life.
If it snows this year, I'll be out there.
I'll pay some
Really? Just get like a snowblower thing, you push it.
Yeah, no kids come around
No?
asking to do it.
Oh, my neighborhood, they all do. Fuck that.
I lost my voice. Can we play an ad?
Yeah.
As long as it's not Adam and Eve.
I don't know.
What's going on?
I think I was laughing.
We're not doing Adam and Eve this week.
Why?
They for some reason he pushed it to another week.
Oh, then I don't have an ad then.
Okay. But we have the other thing.
You made another one?
Why are we doing Adam and Eve?
Because we
did they like the other ad?
They love the other ad so much.
Well, they didn't even say anything about the ad. I know they didn't.
No, but I won't do 4 ads in a week. So
let me do the fucking ad. This ad's too good not to do.
Well, we're pushing it till next week. We're still going to use it. They're pushing it till next week.
I can't wait till next week. I worked hard. Can't we push another ad?
Is it specific for this week?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll do it this week.
Can we push another one?
Sure.
For next week?
Yeah. You want to play that now?
What's the other? What's the 3 ads you got this week?
It's Hulu Plus, Legal Zoom,
LegalZoom. That's a new sponsor.
We got a new sponsor?
It is, yeah.
Fuck yeah, LegalZoom.
Yeah, I'm sure the listeners.
Deck didn't tell me about LegalZoom.
Yeah, LegalZoom, and then one, I think it's Audible.
Yeah, it is Audible.
Is it Audible this week? Yeah.
Can we push
Audible's
Audible?
We pissed off? Audible, we ain't.
Let's just do why. Wait a minute. So you made this decision.
No, I didn't. No,
you made this decision. We're only doing 4 ads. I mean, only doing 3 ads.
Yeah.
Let's just for this 1 week.
We'll do the 4 for this week.
So we're giving them a freebie this week.
No, they're paying.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I said only 3 ads for the sake of the listeners who shouldn't have to sit through 4 ads.
I'm telling you right now, though. I have so much respect and gratitude toward the listeners for how they stepped up and ordered the stuff we offer. But I'm kind of head scratching if they're complaining about the ads, though. I don't believe that these are really ads. In my mind, these cannot be considered ads. Who tell me who is complaining?
Names,
please.
I want names.
Stacey Patel.
Really, who's complaining at this point?
I don't know. There was
How could they complain about Jim Jones?
Well, that's what I said. I don't think.
Adam and Eve could.
Jim Jones. Yeah, Adam.
But
and
how
Eve,
could the listeners? How could the listeners complain about a Jim Jones ad?
Well, I think it's more the placement. It's like we're talking about something, and then all of a sudden, like something which isn't. They're not always as creative as Jim Jones, though.
Warby Davis.
That I don't fucking get.
Right?
To me, actually,
let's hammer him with fucking 5 ads.
All right, you're getting 7 ads this week, you dickheads.
No, really though, I mean, who's complaining?
I don't know their names, but
if you're I'm going to take these complaints seriously though.
Okay.
I really would like people just to tweet you.
All right, you want me to do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to hear what it is about these ads that's bothering you, considering I don't believe they're cold reads.
That's right.
That's what I said. I was like, we don't do 30 to. That's what they want us to do. They want us to do like 30 to 45 second.
I cannot create a fucking mini story in 30 seconds.
I said I can't even do an ad with Sage for 30 seconds. How is Walt supposed to do his little fucking opuses? Okay, hold on a second. And I'll
Walt, just do what you think, baby. Don't worry about these fucking fools.
No, they're not fools. They're not, because I will take in consideration if somebody has a good valid point of why they don't like those ads.
Right.
They cannot be slowing the show down. They just can't. How could the Warby Davis ad slow that show down the other week?
One of the funniest things that we did on that show was the Warby
exactly.
Davis. I
think people are complaining and don't listen to it recently, but I don't want to lose one person though because of the ads. So
yeah.
That's unforgivable too.
I gotta say, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. But I was telling you earlier that Sage or Suzanne is doing a fundraiser for Sage's school because they have no fucking money, they have no supplies, so she's raising some money. And in 2 days, she raised $2 out of the $3,000. This audience, you people are like, they are the fucking nicest, most giving, like most supportive people. It's like whether it's Cryptozoic Man.
And that's why I would like to hear some opinions.
Yeah.
I want to hear, but I mean, not just there's too many ads. What's wrong with the ads then? What's wrong with the Warby Davis? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with talking to Jim Jones? I mean, I understand if Adam and Eve's upset by that. I do.
Right, yeah.
And they weren't, though. Which, like, coming up, I got a Hitler spot with Adam and Eve is going to knock their socks off. What was it? The unofficial 4th member?
Yeah. Hitler.
What was that? Was that the bonus pod? You said that?
Yeah, I think it was a bonus pod. We played Are You Worse Than Hitler, right?
Not many episodes can go by without at least the one mention of Hitler, I don't think.
So our question to them is, okay, so we need to know what is wrong with the ads on DSD.
Other than just like, it cannot be just, I don't like ads.
Okay, so specifics.
I know you're going to get so many people saying they love ads.
Right.
You know that.
Yeah.
But you cannot cater. I know that's what I'm going contradictory. But you can't cater to 2 people, though. I know people who do that, though. They hear one or two things on Twitter, and they change their whole mindset.
Right.
And they disregard, like, hundreds upon hundreds of positive responses.
They sell comics?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? I sell comics works that way.
No, they don't.
Sold out, pussholes.
I can't imagine they even listen to negative.
It's hard not to, though. It's hard not to listen to.
Well, to me, I feel like
the rusty.
No, the squeaky wheel.
Bell or the squeaky wheel, whatever it's called.
Rusty bell end. Well, to me, I feel like you have the Smodco stuff in the beginning, and then if we have 4 commercials during the show, which sometimes it's only an hour, it's like it's disruptive and it fucks with the flow. And I think 3 tops is acceptable, you know, like because we do have to fucking pay bills and shit.
But they're
that.
not real commercials, though.
No.
All right, you want to hear this one, Q?
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, I love this one.
Okay, this is new.
This is brand new.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Hi, everybody. Ming Chen from I Sell Comics and the Smodco's Morning Show. Sorry to interrupt this fine Smodco podcast you're currently listening to, but I wanted to announce an exciting new podcast that will be coming to Smodco this fall. An exciting, sexy, uncensored podcast about everybody's favorite subject, sex. That's right, an unadulterated, no-holds-barred raunch fest called the Adam and Eve Sexy Hour, starring Ming and Mike. That's right, the I Sell Comics guys are doing a sex podcast, and it's sponsored by Adam and Eve, so you'll know it's going to get nasty. It's going to be a phone-in and ask advice format, so I hope you have your safe word ready, Mike. Chick-fil-A. Let's tease the listeners with just a taste of what they can expect. Hello, caller. You have a question for us tonight?
Yeah. How you doing, guys? Do you think do you think it's normal that a guy who collects toys should like collecting toys more than he does sex?
Oh my God, that's hot.
Poochie's got something to say. Go ahead, Poochie.
Whoa, after a call like that makes me all hot and sweaty down below. Hey, Mike, that call reminds me about our sponsor.
Those damn pilgrims.
Fellas, are you looking to spice things up in the bedroom? Been fantasizing about surprising your lover with an adventurous new toy or adult movie? Go to adamandeve.com, and for a limited time only, you'll get 50% off just about any item.
I'd be happy to, but I have to check with the wife.
But that's not all. Oh, no. When you select one item at 50% off, you'll also receive 3 free adult DVDs for a little inspiration, plus a free extra gift so sensual I can't mention it on the radio.
You will get the moops like nobody's business.
And to top it all off, we'll even throw in free shipping on your entire order. So check out adamandeve.com today for this special offer. Get 50% off one item when you type TESD for the offer code upon checkout. When you do, you'll get 3 free DVDs, a free extra gift, and free shipping. TESD, they're still using that code? Don't worry, Mike. I'm sure we'll get our own code soon.
We've got so much going on, folks, that Ming doesn't even have time to comb his hair.
All right, let's take another call, Mike. Hello, caller. Do you have a question?
Hi, I'm calling about the booty time.
Oh, yeah, booty time. It's my favorite subject, booty. Go ahead.
Well, actually, I'm calling about the Cryptozoic Man booty time. Can you give me more information on that?
Sure. Go to jandsilentbob.com/cman.html or call the store at 732-758-0508.
I think Herb's getting a fat check.
You'll get all 4 issues signed, and you also get 2 bonus podcasts. 1 bonus Helm Steve Dave bonus podcast, and 1 that's very special I Sell Comics bonus podcast. That's jandsilentbob.com/cman.html or 732-758-0508.
Product placement.
All right, caller, do you have a sex question?
No, I do have one more question, though.
All right, what's that?
Can I still just get that signed by Walton Bry?
Yeah. Put in the comment section that you just want Walton Bry to sign it.
Cool.
All right, let's just take another caller.
Yeah, hi, guys.
Man, what's with all these dudes calling? I thought we were going to get some girls calling in.
I just want to ask, do you think it's weird that when I'm with the girl, I can't complete unless I see a Zippo?
But
don't you dare blame the Native Americans.
I wonder if I could convince Sunday Jeff to start Puck Nuts again. All right, so that's a clip from the Adam and Eve Sexy Hour starring Mike and Ming. Listen for it soon on Sir. Or don't. I don't care anymore.
Wow. So what do you think, Q?
It's brilliant. Was that actually Get Him?
Yeah, that was Get Him.
You actually got Get Him? He emerged?
He emerged. I asked him. He stepped up to the plate. But that's the kind of thing. I mean, if you're complaining about those ads, we're calling back. You know, before that, you obviously you know who the first caller was.
Like, come on, people are using Get 'em. Like, come on, people are using Get 'em. You know that guy you hate.
But if you can't appreciate callbacks and referencing things from the past,
right,
to push some bullshit.
Right,
and I'm not talking about Cryptozoic, man. If you can't let us, or if you can't just like humor that and just like power through that,
right?
I don't know, man. I don't know if maybe
it's not the show for you.
I'm really off target. No. Maybe I'm off target. Then.
Fuck off.
It's not funny, bro.
Maybe I'm the one that's got to reevaluate what's going on.
I don't think so, buddy. You're an artist. You're creating art as you see fit. Don't second guess yourself.
Okay. Well, here's
obviously, but there's people out there who are like, I don't want to hear this.
Well, they don't have to listen. They can fast forward, man.
I want them to listen to it, though. That's the whole point of doing the ads.
You want your art to be accepted by everybody.
Well, I want to know what they want to hear. If we have to do it, what is it that do they want? No more pre-recorded stuff? Do they just want live? I don't know what. I don't know. I'll do whatever.
Because we could bang out 30-second commercials and be done with it.
Yeah, or just I don't know, but.
I would hate
I'm at a loss, though. I don't know.
I enjoy. I mean, I've said from the beginning, like the way we do it. I like the way we do it. Like the Warby Parker into Audible, like the last week. Because what Declan did was he took, because it turned out to be 33 minutes. Those 3 commercials were 33 minutes, and he dropped them right in the middle. So it was like a pod within a pod almost.
Right.
And when I used to listen to Stern back in the 80s and the 90s, he never just did commercials. He never just read them.
Okay.
He made it fun. I remember Roselli Movers. He would talk about Mrs. Roselli and having a hairy back and carrying a piano by herself and like all this shit, And it was amusing. And then that's kind of like the way I like to do it,
Sure.
But okay, I asked a question, Walt, so far. Within that short amount of time, we have 57 responses.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm not going to thank you for all the people who say they love them, but I can't spend time reading them. We just got to focus on the negative.
Wait a second. All right, go ahead. Go with the negative.
Because if they like it, right?
Okay.
Stacy Buck says, too long. Listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. He blasts them all off at the very front, and then he does 3 hours of podcast.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Granted. Okay. We'll take that in consideration.
Okay.
Stacy Buck.
Thanks, man.
So she's basically Stacy Buck is saying just do the 30-second ones right in the beginning.
Yeah,
so that she knows what to fast forward through, I guess.
Guy.
Or
Stacy Buck's a guy, yeah. He's saying get them out of the way, which is not something the sponsors really want you to do.
Right.
And we can't read them all in the beginning.
Right. And all right.
Somebody's saying not enough ads, more ads, Brian Lotnajic.
All right.
The pre-recorded ones are fantastic. The ones read during recording just sort of drag on with no focus.
I disagree.
Ryan T. Brace.
I thought the ones where we were talking about Warby Parker or Mark, whatever it was, were pretty good. That was a pretty good.
Oh, that was great. That was funny, man.
Cold read.
Cathal says, I do prefer them to be in the show, though weird continuity when they're recorded and then placed in the middle. So this guy likes the complete opposite. He likes that we just go into it. I know you're not Joe Rogan, but 3 or 4 ads spread out over 1 to 1.5 hours, like you're doing now, seems long. As fucking Stacy Buck again, Mr. fucking opinion over here. Sometimes it kills the vibe of the show, but I prefer pre-recorded when possible. Let's see.
Well, we asked. Let's not get angry at him.
The ads are the new get 'em, except I have no complaints about the ads. Says Ryan Girk.
Maybe this week when Get 'em shows up. I think that's just enough Get 'em, don't you?
Yeah.
That's just enough Get 'em where you're like, oh, nice, Get 'em showed up. It's pre-recorded, it's tiny, and I think that's the perfect amount of Get 'em in a podcast right there.
Well, I mean, you don't miss Get 'em?
I do,
Right.
I do miss him, but then when he's here, I'm like,
What did I miss?
Why was I missing this?
I do. I miss get him.
The Frontera doesn't like when we get sidetracked and they take 20 minutes. Again, how could you not like Warby Parker?
Well, I guess let's just stop referring to Warby Parker. Let's go back to like those fucking like those phone ones. What was those phone ones?
The time phone?
Not the time phone.
Oh, we had that internet radio one.
I forget the name
Sure.
of them.
It was up in Canada, right? We called that girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. But, I mean, that was a while ago. Now we're dropping fucking Jonestown on your ass.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing a lot of people
complaining.
Usually ads are grouped on pods. I think it just kind of takes you out of the flow when they pop up randomly. See, we don't do that, though. I guess that's Declan. Because we don't place them, so I don't know where he's putting them. Quit fucking with us, Declan.
Ooh.
How am I going to go to Disney if I'm worried about where to place your ads?
Wait, he's going to Disney?
Yeah, that's where he is. Euro Disney, down in the showers, right?
Wait, now he is?
He's always there. He's down at Euro Disney with the paper bag.
And a laptop.
And shit, right?
A paper bag and a laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe he went on vacation. Didn't tell me.
Is that
so, I mean, so you're saying is it a 10-1 margin that people don't care?
It seems even higher than that. It's probably like 50-1.
Dude, then it's fucking.
We got to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Keep on keeping on. There's no reason to change at all. Then.
No.
Q, you're right.
Crazy. Michael D. If the ad is a live read as part of the show, it's great. But the produced ones, I skip over to get back to Tell 'em Steve Dave.
What?
Jim Jones went on a little too long.
What?
How dare you? Universally.
Did he order booty time?
I don't know.
Ask him that. Can you reply just to him? Because your opinion means nothing to me if you didn't order the booty time. If you ordered the booty time, it means everything to me.
You're such a short-sighted fucking dope that you didn't order for the I Sell Comics taking hay. Did you listen to that, by the way? How'd it go?
They're still gathering material, Q.
Oh my God.
They are going in.
Well, they have until the 4th issue to get it done. Right?
Yeah, okay. They have a little bit of time to get it done, and they're not phoning it in, Q. Remember how we phoned it in on Making Hate 2?
Yeah.
I
don't remember that. That took a long time to do.
What, you mean the cutting, you mean?
Yeah.
You didn't phone in on the production. Production wasn't phoned in.
Just the performance once we got there.
Yeah. But they're not willing to.
Well, this is a shot, bro. This is a shot at the big time.
This is like remaking Wizard of Oz.
Right.
This is like remaking Casablanca. They're bound to fail.
Sure.
Which is the beauty of it all.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the people that are like, can you please comment on their commentary once they're
That's pretty good.
People want them short and not funny, easier to speed through them. I like them. So
People want them short and not funny. Who wrote that?
I think he's being like, he's like assholes. Like, not him. He's
okay. He's
like all the jerks.
It's a sarcastic comment.
Yeah.
Okay. We spent way too much time on this.
No, what?
Right? It's time. It's business as usual.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's just go forward. Fuck them.
All right, what's the next ad?
Oh, that's right. More ads.
Sage is universally adored, man.
Right, but you can't do an Adam and Eve ad with Sage.
Well, you know, let's not say that.
You can't.
That would be great, though, right? You could do an Adam and Eve ad with Sage.
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
ballsy, right?
It's ballsy is one word.
No.
Why don't we just not find out? Let's just skip that one.
You know, but all artists have to push the boundaries, Q.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but
Sage is an artist.
You're talking about the artists that like live in squalor, like not commercial artists. Which
are we commercial?
We are. We're on fucking TV, man. Yeah, we're commercial.
But this podcast is it a commercial podcast?
No,
it's kind of so
subversive,
under the radar.
Right? No, it's on the outside, but
yeah, still awards.
But it's low enough under the radar that we get say what we want and get away with what we want. But I think the second you involve a child in and a special needs child in a sex toy ad, I think Possibly.
That's prejudice, man. She should be allowed to do anything she wants. Anything a normal kid can do.
Well, all right.
Now,
How you guys come along with your Christmas tales? We had to come up with a new Christmas.
Mine is done.
Done.
You did it already? Get the fuck out of here.
Mine's written for the most part. Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
Jeez.
Oh, keep talking. Thank God you reminded me of this.
All right. I'm good like that. All right. Let's do one of these ads. Let's bang out one of these ads.
All right, hold on. I gotta find the thing here. Let's see. Oh, look at Stacy Patel. Damn. You want to do an ad with me, Stacy? Want to do a Adam and Eve ad? Do you wanna? Hey, it's me, Bri, old trustworthy Bri, here to tell you about Hulu Plus. I tried to get Sage to help me with this one, and she said no. Told me to go fuck myself, so it's just me and you. And who better to tell you about watching TV? Because, I mean, what else do I do except watch TV and then talk about watching TV? Hulu Plus is going to let you watch thousands of hit TV shows and a selection of acclaimed movies on your television or on the go with your smartphone or tablet. They say tablet because otherwise you would have to be like, I guess you'd have to list the myriad of different brands there are. Is it myriad or, I hate that word, myriad. Is it myriad of or just myriad? A myriad brands. A myriad of brands. I don't know. Anyway, it all streams in HD, and there's tons of stuff you can watch. Even Hulu originals like, what is this? Moon Boy, starring Chris O'Dowd from Bridesmaids, if that's your thing. Or The Awesome, starring SNL Seth Meyers, if that's your thing. So for $7.99 a month, you can stream as many TV shows and movies as you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, however you want. It's all up to you. Hold on a second. No, I don't want to leave yet. These are 20 minutes early. It's a car arriving for this show at Caroline's tonight. Guy's 20 minutes early. Suddenly I'm supposed to jump. It's not the way it works, man. I'm trying to talk to you guys about Hulu Plus. $7.99 a month. Where was I? God damn these people. HuluPlus.com/TESD. You're going to get an extended free trial. So, I mean, what more do you want? $7.99. That's pretty cheap. That's not bad at all. Sit there and just rip through seasons. Spending your life, you know, eyes glued to a set, living in someone else's reality other than your own. I find that appealing. Wait a second. Please add a personal anecdote explaining what you love most about Hulu Plus. Come on now. Love? I love my niece. I don't think I love Hulu Plus. Let's not get carried away, guys. Anyway, come on. HuluPlus.com/TESD, $7.99 a month. All that good stuff. I don't think you need me to sit here and tell you that I love it. I mean, that's a little bit over the top. So, that's that.
Now, you're not doing an ad yet, are you?
No, we didn't start yet.
Okay. This came in the mail today, and I think it has to be addressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody wrote a script.
Yes. And then look at the bottom of the script.
But, whoa, copyrighted and everything, man.
All rights reserved.
Matthew Corey's not fucking around.
Dear Brian, Walton, Q. I've been a listener of TSD for the past couple years. I really enjoy the show and appreciate the time and effort, and in Q's case, the tolls you guys go through each week. In close, please find copies of a script I've written for a radio play for you guys. It's a parody of It's a Wonderful Life with Brian in the Jimmy Stewart role. It takes a look at how different things would have been for Walt, Q, and Ming if Brian had never been born. I call it It's a Wonderful Bri. Sunday, Jeff would read the role of the guardian, Angel Clarence, if you guys performed it on the podcast.
Wow.
The rest of you play yourselves. I'm not looking to make money out of any of this.
That's good.
If I need it, I will sign a legal release form to that effect. I enjoy the show and want to contribute something. I'm also not looking to make this a regular thing. I just had this idea and want to write it up and send it in.
All right, guys, get off my ass. I'm not going to write fucking one a week for you.
All I ask is you credit me, and if you do it on the Extras Pod, could I please get a free copy?
Oh, geez.
The first 15 pages are scripted. The rest is an outline form. If you guys are interested, I'll finish the script. Or I know you guys are talented writers, so feel free to finish it if you have the time.
Wow.
Since it's Christmas themed, I want to get it to you before we got too close to the holidays. Even if you don't want to perform a radio play in the podcast, I hope you at least enjoy reading it. I won't give the name, unless you already did already.
Matthew Corey. But wait, what's the postmark on it? When did...
Came today.
Wow.
When was it sent?
October 5th.
So wait a second. So we'd already talked about this last week by the time...
We didn't talk about it on air, though.
Wonderful Life? We didn't talk about this?
We didn't talk about it on air?
No.
Well, then how would he know to have written?
He just did it on his own.
That's what I was wondering. Did he just do it?
No, we had to talk about it on air.
We did not.
I think you're right. Yeah,
we did it after the spikes were off.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Right now, Matthew Corey's like, bullshit! You fucking did.
Wow.
I mean, I would have to ask Declan. Yeah, because I told Declan about it, and he had no idea about it.
Okay.
So,
wow. Well, great minds think alike.
Well, how so?
Yeah. Evidence.
Well, we're not doing It's a Wonderful Life. We're doing it's a mashup, right? Of It's a Wonderful Life and the Christmas Carol.
Yes.
3 Ghosts.
Yeah, we're going to do... That was when we were brainstorming about the Christmas pod, either last week or the week before. We were trying to come up with a new idea for the Christmas pod, and we said we would do sort of a radio play.
Right.
Not involving... not the premise that this guy sent about a world without Brian Johnson. Because a world without Brian Johnson is pretty much, for me, it's almost 6 days out of the week. I only see him 1 day a week, so...
Okay.
Yeah, right. Still.
but that premise of it was more, we were doing it, and Ming was going to be visited by us, the 3 Ghosts.
Right.
Sunday Jeff was going to narrate it, and it was going to be all bells and whistles. And now when I saw that come in today, I was just like, wow, that's weird. And especially when I was very concerned about when he
copyright
2013, all rights reserved.
I know we better get the services of LegalZoom here. Want to talk about LegalZoom?
What about this though? Do we just gloss over this, or do we?
What's that? This guy?
This guy, yeah.
I mean, I guess. What else can we do?
Well, I mean, do we announce, that we appreciate his efforts and we love the fact that you went ahead and did all this, but
we're not going to use it.
We're not going to use any of that, but plans were in effect for a section of the Xmas pod to be a radio play,
right?
And it was going to be a mashup of It's a Wonderful Life and the Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more so Christmas Carol.
So I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to read this.
I'm not reading. I didn't read it either. Not because I don't think it's bad or anything, but obviously we don't want to be influenced.
You're a cop, Walt. In Corey's
already
tale.
Stealing ideas.
In Matthew Corey's tale, you're a cop.
It's weird because I'm a cop in the new one, in the one we're doing too. I'm not.
Now, I say we gloss
wait a second.
over it.
Hold on a second.
What's going on?
I work at Surf Taco.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So this guy has nothing to worry about.
Right.
You haven't written your stuff yet, but had you any plans to work at Surf Taco in your script?
No, and I would also spell Staten Island SATEN.
Oh, come on. Let's not be harsh.
Speaking of Staten Island, before we get into this...
no, I'm not. You know what? I take that back.
Let's not be harsh.
Let's not be harsh. This is a dude. This is a loyal listener. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to use it. We're not going to use it.
You get chopped.
We're not going to use this script. But he's going to get a free download for the effort.
Oh, all right.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
All right,
we're not going to use any of the script, but I definitely think that this kind of effort, this kind of passion
You're right.
deserves on Black Friday when it drops.
Yes.
We're gonna send you a code, Matthew. And you can be rest assured that we won't be using any of the script. Not because like I said, not because it's bad, but that's not how we roll.
Corey's legalese has got Walt fucking scared over there.
That little copyright down there.
It makes all the difference in the world.
How the fuck do you even know it's really copyright? Anybody can just write that down there.
But I do. I just found it very weird that this came in somewhat on the heels, since last time.
Walt's ready to hang himself. Just, I'm ruined.
I got a fake mustache on him all the way to Mexico. When I saw this,
fake your death for your kids and wife.
Hold on a second. Ming co-founded Facebook. If you weren't born, yeah. And then the end of it is, so you're saying if I'm never born, Ming becomes a billionaire. Clarence goes, that's right.
Who's Clarence?
That's the angel.
Oh, okay.
Sunday Jeff. And you go, oh, fuck that, I want to live. So that's why you don't kill yourself.
Okay. That's not enough of a reason.
But we can tease a little bit about the upcoming Christmas pod, even though it's not even Halloween yet, right, Q?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's going to be a lot of stuff and a small radio play.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fun. Matthew, you got a front row seat for free. Because of that.
Everybody's going to be like, fucking.
If I just said scripts in.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember somebody wrote, like, gay fan fiction, and we were like...
You got all upset about it.
No. Not the pictures, those disturbing photos that were Photoshop. I mean, somebody wrote, like... And we were like, well, this is awesome, we'll read it on the air, but it was so gay. Like, it was, like, way too much.
Uncomfortably, like.
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
All right.
What the fuck is going on with all these noises and sound effects and shit? I wanted to mention Staten Island real fast.
Oh, okay.
I see that.
I'm sure this is good.
Come on, Walt.
I can't help it.
Just lower the volume.
Okay. Big Ange has
back?
a new show.
Okay.
And I guess what they did was, because she had that spinoff from Mafia Wives or Mob Wives or whatever, and I think it was called Big Ange, and instead of giving her like a second show, now it's called Miami Monkey, where she takes her bar, the Drunken Monkey, and she opens up a new one in Miami and brings like her daughter and her niece and a couple other girls down there.
Okay.
With her. They may be the most repugnant human beings on earth. They make Staten Island look. I'm looking at one of the fucking most beautiful human beings inside and out right now. Stacey Patella.
Okay.
Comes from Staten Island.
Right.
That's not showcased on any of these reality shows.
Well, that's not
Jersey Shore, Drunken Monkey. Stacey Patella, not interesting, huh?
She
looks pale. You feeling okay? Yeah? Look a little pale, huh? But concerned. It's my future wife right there. 4.5 years. I watched, they're an hour long episodes.
Right.
I got through 3 of them.
Hour long?
It's not, yeah.
And you watched 3 of them?
I watched 3 of them because I watched the first one. I was like, I cannot believe how much these girls argue and call each other names and pounce on, because what happens is they hire 3 people from Miami and then there's the Staten Island girls. So of course they're not going to get along, right?
Right.
And it only escalates. It's nonstop arguing, catty bitching for fucking 42, with commercials, 42 straight fucking minutes. And I'm really wondering, I mean, like, I know the irony of me being like, who watches this shit? But I'm just like, who can watch such nonstop rampant negativity? A Big Ange looking disturbing, and her daughter looks similar to her. Not her boobs aren't as big, but she has those big collagen lips.
Really?
That look, they're like, it's weird. It looks like if you took a sausage, like one of those big, like, sausages that you put on the grill, and just like squeezed it, and then like, so it has like indents and shit in it.
Jesus Christ.
What's going on over there in Staten Island?
I feel sandbagged here because that's not my.
That's not your Staten Island?
No, that's not my Staten Island. No, I don't really see people like that.
You don't go to the Drunken Monkey?
I don't know.
You don't think Staten Island kind of represents all of America, though?
How so?
I think you'll see, if you look at Staten Island, I think you can see where the nation is. It's kind of like the pulse of the rest of the country.
I think that's definitely the first time that sentence has ever been said.
You don't think so?
I don't think. I think Staten Island is a weird place, man. It's a very bizarre place. It's like, look, there's a lot of factors going on. One, it's an island, which people forget, but like growing up on it,
they associate with island living, like paradise.
No, island time. No. It's like it that has a way of limiting your perception of things. Like it's not like. I remember when I first started working
the
here.
world's a lot bigger than Staten Island, you're saying? People who don't get off the island?
When I started working in Jersey, you guys would be like, well, let's go to this mall, or let's go to that mall, or let's go, like, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
You're telling me
you guys go to one mall?
The fact you only have one
but I mean, that's just
they have their choice of malls?
No, that's just an example of what I mean. Like, there's just, everything's contained.
Pull the car around, Estelle.
Like, everything's really contained, and it's just like you get used to that idea of like, I'm going to these 5 places. I'm going to this one movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all that contained. Then on top of that,
you think that narrows the mind of?
I think it does.
The Staten Islanders.
I think it's the same. It's the same type of people have lived on Staten. It's different now. It's changing now. But growing up, it was predominantly white, Irish, Italian, and all contained on this island. Then on top of that, you are also oddly exposed to a lot because Manhattan's so close. So you get that small town shit, but you also get the fact that you can just jump on a ferry and go to this
and beat them up.
I love how you thought you're using the analogy of being a little bit more worldly as being going to more than a couple malls.
No.
You knew where to get one.
You misunderstanding.
Yeah, that really hits me. I mean, it chokes me up.
No. I mean, I'm just trying to put it in terms you understand.
Yes, I understand. I love how you used it. Like you're like, I'm gonna really like really.
It was either mall or pizzeria.
Or diner. It was one of the three, but I went for a toy store. But okay, so you have those two things. So you got a small, and then on top of that, everybody shits on you because you're Staten Island. So you're fucking defensive. So now,
but it's very much like Jersey, though. Everybody shits on Jersey because it's Jersey, though.
Yeah, but Jersey also has people do shit on. It's true, Jersey gets shit on, but Jersey is also known for a lot of like really nice things as well. You got the shore before they fucking took it and turned it into a joke. But you got all the beaches. You got all the parks. You got all the, nice houses. People from New York like to live in Jersey because it's close to New York, but it's not. So it's kind of shit on, but it's not. Staten Island's just shit on. Like constantly. First the dump. Now all this shit with Big Ange. So you're fucking defensive with all these other factors. It really does breed a very odd, specific type person, of which I'm one of them.
It's almost too cliche now to make fun of Staten Island. It's like it's too easy of a go-to.
The horse is fucking dead and fucking stripped of its flesh from all the switches beating it. So.
All right. Did you guys want to see? I remember we talked about the helicopter. The guy who
guy.
Yeah. Do you want to see the picture of him?
Oh my god,
it's gory.
I don't want to, but
no.
I want to see it.
You want to see it? Q?
Yeah, I'll see.
You a man?
I've seen stuff. Sure. Whoa,
that's from a model helicopter, man.
Holy shit! It's what's weird is right next to it is a banner for a porn site.
Yeah, so, there's like penetration going on.
Oh my god, that is fucked up. It doesn't even look real.
No,
it looks fake.
I would hate it too if like you're. It's I won't mention the website, or should I? Yeah, I don't know. Bestgore.com.
They can find it. All right, there you go. They found it.
Yeah, there you go. I would hate like if you had like this is your relative and
of course. Well, I remember thinking that when Chris Farley's photos came out of him dead.
Oh, it looked terrible.
I was like, shit, that sucks.
Rob Schneider. Oh, you didn't even turn away, man. You know I wouldn't do that to you.
How did Chris Farley die? Heart attack?
No, he was drug overdose, but the pictures of him got out.
The bloated and disturbing.
He had like a puffball of saliva coming out of his mouth. It was really, really weird to see. And this is when the
took
internet
a picture of it.
Dude, I don't know.
It's probably like a lot of times like first responders take pictures and they get leaked out.
What year did he die?
I don't know.
Is that 96?
Yeah, so you wouldn't have had a cell phone camera. You had to take out a real camera to take that
so it was
picture.
probably developed and
like one of those ones with the powder. It's like Chris Farley's face is all black.
But yeah, that was what are you gonna do?
All right, Legal Zoom.
Legal Zoom. Now you know what? I'm not crazy about doing this because it's founded by Robert Shapiro, I believe, right?
And you're not crazy about that because you got OJ off?
Nah, just because he's related to those fucking disgusting cunts.
Who?
The Kardashians.
Oh yeah, how's he related to them?
Their father.
No. Their father was isn't Robert Shapiro?
What?
You're right, because otherwise it would be Kardashian. Well, Robert Kardashian.
He's a friend. He was.
Is he just a friend?
He was I think he was a lawyer for OJ, but I don't think he was a crime lawyer.
Okay. Well, then I'm okay. Then I'm okay with Legal Zoom. Yeah. Let me see. I'll look up Robert. What's his name? Robert Kardashian.
Robert Shapiro.
No, their father. I know.
So we're actually doing it. You looked it up, but you know what, Q? This is a pretty monumental day right here.
What's going on?
We're doing ads on our podcast that actually run on TV.
Really?
Legal Zoom is a television ad I've seen quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Who was OJ's friend and defense attorney during the latter's 1995 murder trial.
the Kardashian.
Yeah, Kardashian guy.
So you're painting a very broad. I mean, if you want to get angry at him for getting OJ off, I mean,
nah, I'm less angry at that than his disgusting.
You're more mad about some dopey girls who have their own TV show.
3 little pigs.
But we're actually doing ads for real. That this company pays for television airtime. Now they're coming to tell them Steve Dave.
They're coming on hands and
help
knees.
us. Yeah, they're like, help us build our business. We need you.
I don't think I've ever needed to get a lawyer in my life.
Never need a lawyer? Sure, you did.
I was by my house or something.
For your house.
I'm talking about for where I was in trouble. Where I was like, oh my god, I could, I need to get a lawyer to defend me. I never needed to defend a lawyer. Yeah, I never made a right hand turn.
Right.
In Staten Island.
And then ran away from the cops. Well, if he's a listener, do you think he'll track you down? Is what Q did illegal?
Oh yeah.
Should we call legals?
Oh yeah, but not, he doesn't know why the lights were turned on. You can always use that as your defense. That you saw the lights in the rear.
I thought I was getting out of the way. I thought they were on their way to an emergency, Walter.
As you screeched around corners.
I mean, the fact that you talked about it on the podcast, though, if they use that, that'll be a very Perry Mason moment. If you try to use that, you're like, I had no idea why he was turning lights on. Then they play a clip from earlier this podcast.
Oh, like in the courtroom?
Yeah, they play that in the courtroom.
Oh, and the jury's like they start murmuring to themselves.
No, it's like we're talking about him blowing Estelle in the back seat. Like they gotta fast forward it.
You better get LegalZoom on the
you're right.
on the speed dial right now. You may need them.
I know. Yeah. What do they do? Tell me a little bit about LegalZoom.
I think they just do wills and shit.
Are you going to kill yourself over this?
Possibly.
There are 2 reasons why now is the perfect time to start your business. The economy is picking up, and the longer you wait, the longer you delay your potential success.
That's right.
Oh, this is you can use them to open up a business.
We could have done this. We could have used LegalZoom.
Yeah. Oh my
God damn it. Right now, you can incorporate your business or form an LLC at LegalZoom.com for just $99.
What?
Their online process guides you step by step and gets you total customer support. Quinn, it couldn't be easier. They provide self-help services at your specific direction and connect you to an attorney, but they're not a law firm, so they save you a ton of money.
Did they give us a free sample? Because I need to make a will.
They don't give a shit. Oh. But you can get an extra discount when you enter TESD in the referral box at checkout. So don't wait at the sidelines while others are taking charge of their futures. That's what I do. I'm always on the sidelines. Yeah. Now is the best time to get in the game and launch your business. I wish I were on the sidelines.
You're in the stands.
I'm in the nosebleeds.
You're in the fucking back. You're in the fucking underneath the fucking.
No, you know what? I'm the fucking
underneath the bleachers.
Yeah,
half buried and underneath. Just barely have.
Yeah, people spilling beer on my head.
Urinating on.
Yeah, no, I'm the jerk off kid that's like looking through a hole in the fence.
Yeah. But let's get back to this will talk, Q.
Wait a second. Don't put this off for incorporation, trademarks, patents, and more. Just go to LegalZoom.com right now. Discount code DESD. That's LegalZoom.com. Discount code TESD.
Nice.
Can anybody at this table expect anything to be bequeathed to them?
Well, the fact that you're asking.
Could you tell me?
Are we getting all your money?
I don't. Yeah. Well, any items like that you think that I may be interested in?
If you have anything you're interested in, you could.
You have some statues and stuff.
I know you got some comic book statues, right?
Yeah, you can have them. I'll will them off to you. You're gonna sell them though. You're just gonna sell them.
Is there not anyone that you maybe that one with the Batman and the Joker balloon? I won't sell that. I know that one has meaning for you.
That's the one that his girlfriend
got him? He took that one on the night he walked out on love.
Oh, he harumphed on his way out with his shitty statue.
Speaking of that,
I'll show her.
No, mainly like I'm concerned. I'm concerned about just my cats.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You're not leaving anything to your cats, are you?
You're like Leona Helmsley.
You're one of those lunatics that leaves things to their animals.
$200,000 to a fucking cat.
It's not fucking crazy. What's going to happen to these cats when I go?
The cats are going to be long gone before you're out of here.
Well, let's say something happens to me.
Oh, you mean
what I want to do,
God forbid,
is I need to pick a person who is going to be in charge. Like, let's say I leave $100,000 to the cats. I want to say, this is the money I'm setting.
I'll take care of your cats if you leave me with $100,000.
Right, but there's going to be stipulations.
His dogs are going to attack those cats. I'll take care of those cats.
I will treat those cats better than a human being.
That's what I'm talking about, Walt.
I will chew their food and spit it in their mouth.
Okay, Benjamin might need that. You got it.
Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers can't even chew at this point.
But
right?
let's say
is he pautistic or something like that?
Yeah, he's autism. let's say the cats.
I will massage his anus.
Massage his anus.
I will massage the cat's anus, Mr. Whiskers' anus, for $100,000.
You, I would trust. So that's what I'm saying. So if I leave it to you and say, look, you just have to take care of the cats until the end of their natural lifespan. I was like, and whatever's left over, you can't. At a
minimum, I have to spend at least $1,000 a week on the cats.
Well, whatever it is, I have to pick someone that I'll trust that will take care of the cats.
Gold bracelets and shit.
And then whatever's left over, you can keep. But the trick is to finding someone.
Do you have $100,000 you're sitting on?
I don't know.
You don't want to talk to this guy about his loot, man. He's rich.
All right,
Richie Rich.
I'm in, no Q. If I'm a candidate.
You will
I'll be at the will reading.
I trust that.
And I'll be giving dirty looks to relatives and friends who are like real close friends. Like, who the fuck's this guy? He podcasts with him once a week. Yeah. Doesn't even know his middle name now. I don't know anything about Q, but I want that
$100,000. We got an email forwarded to me by Jordan Muse.
Ooh, okay.
Breaking news.
Yes. Hi, Bri, Walt, and Q. Love the podcast. Weeks ago, though, instead of making me laugh, I was inspired to think. Scooter Dude changed my life.
Oh,
I thought this was Jordan writing this to you. I was like, what the fuck?
I thought you meant Muse's wife.
Yeah, me too. No. I said she forwarded this to me, not she wrote it to me.
Oh, okay.
Although if you read the rest of it with that in mind, it's pretty funny. Well, Q walking out in the middle of the night with nothing but his Joker statue is what really did. I was in the same situation. It was a direct road to marriage and a relationship that just wasn't right. I was too much of a pussy to man up and end it, so I went through the motions hoping things would change and it would work out. It didn't.
He was putting bingo markers in his puss.
Right. So I'm sitting at work one day listening to TESD, and Q tells the Scooter Dude story. It stayed with me. It was then I knew I had to get out, so I could be happy and so she could be happy. And not to sound too much like an After School special, but if Q could stand up like that, so could I. I ended it walking out with nothing but more than my prized possessions, a picture of my nephew and the late grandpa's guitar pick. I'm writing this now on the eve of starting a new job, living in a new apartment with a whole new direction in life. For the first time in years, I'm excited about the future. I know Q often puts himself down and doubts about whether he contributes anything of worth to the world. Well, to me, he did, and I'd be an asshole if I didn't at least say it. Thanks, guys.
You're an asshole anyway.
Wow.
Pretty powerful stuff there.
I'll say that without a doubt, that was your most, that was your Super Bowl.
That was it?
Of the pod so far.
Not so Super Bowl.
That was your Reggie Jackson hitting 3 homers in the one World Series game. The night you told that story, it was so inspiring, so powerful. So human. It really made. It made.
You're getting the cats. Would you fucking calm down?
No, I said it that night though, and I had no idea you were sitting on $100,000.
So, yeah, I mean, like I didn't even read that email and sort of something about me. I sort of about us in the podcast. I was really proud of it.
Some people send emails to me all the time saying really wonderful things. There, we're going to do that. You want to just read a couple of
sure. Pat ourselves on the back. When I was out in LA and we did the Y-Bri afterwards, I hung around and talked to some people.
Right.
And there was a woman there. She was probably like in her late 40s, maybe early 50s, and she turned her son on to Tell Him Steve Dave, and I guess. Her husband, his dad, died unexpectedly, and he got into a real funk. He got depressed and shit, and was thinking about offing himself.
Shit.
And Tell Him Steve Dave helped him through the dark times. Yeah, I see that a lot actually.
Yep.
We should start charging for that somehow. Can we make money off of saving people's lives?
I gotta feed these cats.
I got one here. Here's the one that's gonna. I've got to share the limelight a little, but
okay.
Dear TESD, and even I sell comics a little.
Oh. Discredited.
Want to thank you for your shows. There are times when everyone goes off to bars and clubs and I feel left out.
Sincerely, Darren Johnson.
I don't like loud bars and clubs. I hate dumb frat guys. Q.
I'm not a frat guy.
But you didn't you
work that bingo marker, honey. Frat.
I hate dumb frat guys and jerks. I feel alienated because everyone I know thinks comics are lame and would rather watch the new Avengers movie than read the comics. Then once a week I tune into your shows. Walt specifically reminds me that it's okay to be different. That those ants are doing their thing and the rest of us are doing our own. That it's okay to like hockey in Florida when everyone is getting blasted for a football game. That it's okay to spend money on comics and hang out watching movies.
Well, this guy's really getting bullied, huh?
This is a real fucking white people problem. This guy's spinning that way. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
Q, come on, man.
Okay, sorry.
You guys mean a lot to us. We talk about it online frequently as a fan base. How it's nice to have guys that are human and like us. That's what I'm talking about, man. You became human for a fucking millisecond that night. And now you're doing everything possible to just shit on yourself again and become that fucking big, fat, dopey frat guy, man.
Yeah, idiot. I'm not even trying.
Why fat? It just seemed unnecessary.
I said frat, didn't I?
Big fat dopey frat guy.
I was envisioning John Belushi. All right.
Q knocked out with a big foam bubble in his mouth like fucking Chris Farley.
Hold on, let me get back to this.
Oh, God, it hurts.
On my worst days, I can always go back and listen to the show and remind myself that things aren't so bad. And I think that's key.
At least I'm not fat.
I think that echoes a lot of things that people write in. It makes them forget about things a lot.
Even during the commercials.
Listen to this. Even in the hospital, I sat listening to you, and it made me feel better.
Oh, wow.
So he has some more than your fucking white man problems, Q. He was in a hospital.
Well, he didn't know what he was in the hospital for, though.
He might have had a fucking butt plug up his
visiting someone, yeah. Yeah, that was him.
Thanks so much for what you do. Sincerely, Jay.
You're welcome, Jay.
So these are some wonderful emails that I get on a regular basis that hammer home.
Yeah.
How much you mean to the audience, Q, and that story.
Well, we mean, right.
Well, that story, though. Nobody has a story like that. That's inspiring. That's life-altering.
All right. Shit.
It's hard, and it's hard to come back after that, though, and tell the story that you tried to outrun a cop, though.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe if they play the cop story in the court, I could play that one in the court.
Hey, Walt, do you want to do something for romance?
Is this a new ad?
No.
We've been going a long time, haven't we?
This guy wants, almost 2 hours.
we should do the last ad and get out.
Yeah, this guy wants to fucking you to visit. Wants us to wish his girlfriend or his wife a happy birthday, girlfriend, something. He wants to buy a shirt for $300.
What?
I think that's his way of fucking paying. Oh, wait, it's not for like a month. All right. We're not going to say that yet then. What was the last one? It was Audible, right?
Audible.
Oh, my God. Audible. What can you say about these people? Audible.
Well, we have a book on there.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Got a fucking book, man. Authors.
Best-selling authors, right? Is that right? Best-selling authors?
Is it a bestseller?
On Audible, maybe.
Audiblepodcast.com/TESD. That's your code. You're going to go there. You're going to get a free book. You're going to get 2 free weeks. There's like 250,000 titles on there. But there's really only one that matters, and that would be Tell 'em Steve Dave's Fairy Retail Theater.
Right. That's right.
Fucking sweet-ass book.
Did you read Dr. Sleep yet? Did you get into it?
Yeah, I started. I'm about like 100 pages in.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's on there.
So Dr. Sleep is on there.
Yeah, Dr. Sleep's on there. There's a whole fucking shitload of books on there. That's good, man. Like, you know, you go for a walk, you listen to it.
Sure.
You know, you driving.
Walking? Did we say walking?
We said walking, jogging.
Just lie in bed with your cat's curled up on you and just fucking listen to a book.
That's a lot of times, like when I have a hard time falling asleep, so I'll listen to a book for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's great. Wait, I mean, you could play 50 Shades of Grey, get some sexy time going.
Get a boner. Did you see that the Sons of Anarchy guy, he dropped out of the...
He dropped out?
He dropped out.
Why?
Because I guess people
wants
were
to be taken seriously.
Well, people were complaining. This is, you know, this Shades of Grey story, right? Well, it's this book, 50 Shades of Grey, and it's about. Did you read it, Stace? Nah, I think you did. I'm too smart. Book about, you know, like a book about some chick who gets sexed up by a dude, and
an old dude.
No, I think
why
he's
they
old,
call it
right?
Gray.
I think the guy's name is Gray.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was about.
Oh, Gray.
Like a silver alert. And they're going to turn it into a movie.
Right.
But it's like really explicit. And the guy from Sons of Anarchy, the main dude, was going to play Christian Grey, I think his name is. But the fans who
love the book,
didn't see him as, so I guess he dropped out. He was like, fuck it then, you know?
Right.
People are complaining, like Affleck with Batman.
Well, I mean, historically, they say Batman is always going to get shit upon, right?
No matter who it is.
Yeah.
Did Christian Bale get shit on?
Yeah. I actually talked to someone in D.C. Who specifically asked me not to say who he was on this podcast. And he had a good point. He said, like, anybody can be Batman because it's the mask is doing half of the acting. He goes, really, they're casting Bruce Wayne. He's like, Ben
Affleck's a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Although after hearing the bank that Quinn has, I'm starting to think maybe he'd make a good Bruce Wayne.
I never said that. Hey, I'm too fat for Bruce Wayne. I don't know what you heard. Oh, fuck. I wish we had more time. I wish we had more time tonight. I want to talk about the Friday the 13th movies. Walt, I've started rewatching them from the beginning.
Okay. Well, you got
let me wrap this up. audiblepodcast.com/TESD. 2 weeks free membership, 1 free book, 250,000 titles. Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater. That's the one you're really going to want to check out. And that is that for Audible.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.